welcome back to Rugby Rodeo. This is our finale episode.
We will be back.
We have finished season 1 of Rugby Rodeo.
It's mad. It's such a mad. If you think how many we've actually done, it's gone really quickly, but at the same time not as well. And everyone who's listening has made it super fun. We've learned loads about each other, but also about what people want to know more of, and giving us a real insight into the game outside of what we already know.
Absolutely. Some of you have probably listened to the first episode and are listening to this last episode thinking, what am I going to do? I've listened to Ellie and Jess every week for the past year, basically. And I was going to say every Thursday, but however, we aren't very good at that. So,
no, we're not.
You know, we just go with the flow over here at Rugby Rodeo and we get a recording out every week. If it's a Saturday, that's fine. If it's a Monday,
that's fine.
You know what? That's fine as well. But I remember in the first couple of episodes, we were like, every Thursday you'll get to listen to us. But now it's like, oh yeah, it will come. Don't worry. Don't worry, it will come.
Yeah, and what better place to have our finale than sunny Italy? Obviously, we're not in our other hotel room that you may have seen. I'm going to share where that was, or the studio. We are in Treviso in Italy doing some hot weather training. Now, my argument is it is just as hot in England.
But it's nice to get the brain mentally stimulated. We've been in an environment now for a good couple of years at the same place, which is lovely, don't get me wrong. But it's nice to just get away.
It's our first time coming away as well.
It is.
And yeah, it's just, the sun's just always different.
It's different. I say that 100%. I think the sun's different.
It's so much nicer.
But it is the same, but it's different.
I know, we were saying it too. So we landed on Sunday night. And then
very late
because there was delays, because obviously there's like flash floods and thunderstorms going on in Europe at the moment, so we sat on the runway for a good 2 hours at
Heathrow.
I had to road dog the majority of that because I didn't want to watch the series I was watching and spoil it for the flight, so I just sat there. I had loads of kids yapping in front of us, loads of red roses yapping behind me.
We were playing the game.
There's in headphones, so they straight away.
So we arrived at Venice, obviously later than expected, obviously got to the hotel later than expected, and there were some light snacks, and I had cereal, and so did Meg and Maud. And you were all a bit like Dululu at that point. Long travel day. You don't really know what's left, what's right, where your toes are, where your fingers are. And there was they're big, deep bowls, and the spoons are obviously also quite like deep. Anyway, we were all having our cereal, but everyone was like slurping their cereal in silence. So all you could hear was and then just cracking up, which was funny, but obviously it felt like it was so much. It was late, but it felt like it was so much later than it was. And then everyone got to into their hotel room and just crashed.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Literally crashed.
I'm not surprised. But then, the week, so at the moment it's Wednesday, so we had a bit of a clarity session Monday, hard session Tuesday, a fitness session later on, which you have to go on Instagram to have a little look at because it was dreadful, and do it in a sauna. You might as well do it in a sauna to see how we felt. And then, today's been an off day, and we've actually only just come together now. We were having a little bit of a, how was this? How was that? So, Jess, what was it that you've done this morning? It is currently 5 to 5. So what have you done for the other hours of the day that I've not seen yet?
So I organised paddle with our analysis cow. So basically everyone went and played paddle, all staff and all players. If you weren't playing, like, you could watch. Also wasn't compulsory, so you didn't have to go if you didn't want to. And everyone just had a bit of a hit about, which was really fun actually. I think a lot of people hadn't played it before. A lot of people had played it. A lot of people had played it a bit too seriously, bought their own equipment. Which was fun though. It allowed, but you were good, yeah.
We were good. I didn't bring my own equipment.
Ellie's partner did.
Yeah, my partner did, but she was it was Singers. Singers is very, very good, and you know what? Fair play to it. If you're gonna bring your own equipment, if you're gonna, be seriously good, and she absolutely smashed it. Yeah,
it was fun. It was really fun, and then the staff came over, and some of us played against the staff, and then there was 2 kind of groups, or it was kind of like your afternoon off. So some people have gone into Venice, some people went to the beach, and some people went to this outdoor pool. So I went to the outdoor pool, which was only like a 10-minute walk away. We had lunch there, and then it was just like nice just to chill outside. If you're watching, maybe you can see I'm a bit red, but So yeah, we went to this outdoor pool, which was really lovely. There was a good group of us actually. I think it was like 15 or 17 of us.
Way more than the beach.
Yeah, that went, and we've all just been chilling on sun loungers. Went in the pool. The pool was freezing, like so cold. Like when you're on holiday, when your skin is so hot, and then you get in the pool and you're like, oh, I'm gonna get hypothermia. It was so cold. And then now I'm here.
Perfect.
Speaking to you and you guys on the podcast. So how was the beach?
Yeah, the beach was lovely. So it was about 45 minutes away. I don't actually know what town. I just showed up on the bus, went down. And yeah, we went for some. So I think there was only maybe 10 of us, not many. Two groups kind of split. So the group that I was in, we booked some sun loungers because we didn't know if the other place had sun loungers. The other group had the spike ball. So there's two little groups that went, and we went for some lunch at one of the beach bars, had a really nice pulled pork sandwich, and then just literally went to the sun loungers, had a dip in the water. Water was really warm. It was really nice. So you saying that there was a cold pool, I feel a little bit like, but it was really nice. And then just chilled there for maybe just over an hour, and then came back, and here I am. But it's nice to be able to in camp get out and go do things. There isn't that many things to do in Bracknell. No. So the fact that we're in a different country and you can go to the beach, you can go to Venice of all places, or you can go to a pool. It's just nice being in different environments. You learn more about other people around you and your teammates, and you have conversations that you might not normally have just because there's a refresh of everything around you. It's very good.
Yeah, no, definitely. I agree. I think just being in a different place resets your mind, I think, and I agree. I think Bracknell obviously is nice, but you're at home, so I feel like places, things, and whereas
nice. We're all here together and you can't go home.
Yeah.
I mean,
and here I think some of us are going into Treviso later to get ice cream, and I think that's really nice that you also want to go out, whereas when we're at home, I think everyone's also really tired, and you do get into the same routine. Not this is a bad routine, but you get into a routine where you get back to the hotel, you sauna, swim, whatever, have dinner.
It's a good recharge.
Yeah, definitely. But I think the sun, has taken it out of a lot of people. I think a lot more people are napping.
Yeah.
A lot more people are just actually chilling in their bedrooms, which I think the sun obviously does do to you.
Yeah.
But obviously all of us are trying to stay super, super hydrated.
Yeah, of course. There's peach iced tea
everywhere.
Yep. Everywhere I look, there's peach iced tea.
Peach and
I actually just had a little drink of some, and it's the first time I've ever tried.
And did you
peach
like
iced.
it?
Yeah, I did like it. I don't know why there is so much around camp though.
I think it's a good hydration, plus it's got some sugar in.
Yeah, fine.
Because obviously our sessions have been hard in the sun, but that's what we're here for. Have you tried any, keeping on the Italian themed, have you tried any Italian food, or what is your favorite Italian food?
Not yet. I'm hoping in Treviso to go to a traditional Italian place, somewhere nice to eat,
pizzeria or something.
Yeah, something like that. But I haven't had any Italian food since being out here. We've had
not any Parma ham or anything like that.
Oh yeah, I've had Parma ham.
Sorry.
Parma ham. Oh yeah, that is Italian. I thought it was Spanish.
No,
that's weird. Yeah, I have had Parma ham. I've been having it every single meal actually.
Or caprese salad, which is tomato, mozzarella.
No, I haven't had that. That and peaches, but I don't think peaches are Italian.
I love peaches.
But I do love a pasta. So obviously on the Red Roses, we always say what our favourite pasta is. And I'm hoping to find a really nice either tortellini or tagliatelle this evening. Tagliatelle. Couldn't sound more Yorkshire, but don't sound very Italian.
Tagliatelle.
How about you?
No, we've had a couple of pasta night stations. We've actually got a chef with us, which is really nice, Chris. And he's cooked up some pasta dishes. But yeah, just the caprese salad. We've had actually a really good variety of fish. I know you don't eat it, and I know you don't like it. However,
I've seen it.
We've had sawfish, we've had monkfish, we've had obviously prawns, salmon, but I just think that's also really nice that they're getting it from the local fishmonger, and I guess it's cheaper, so we can have it. But that is also really nice, I think, to be in a different country having different foods.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about how Rugby Rodeo was born.
We went on the boys pod, the rugby pod, and obviously everyone loved us. and shock, and they were like, we want Ellie and Jess, we want Ellie and Jess. So obviously Spotify and the Ringer had to get on board and, you know, reach out to us and go, girls,
please
they just keep on begging for you. So, you know, we were like, you know what, fine, we'll do it. We'll do it
for the good of the game. We'll do it.
Twist our arms. We'll do it. No, but no joke. We obviously
spoke about it for a bit before.
Yeah.
Like, it'd be an idea, you know, to be able to have a voice and to talk. And maybe we are a little bit bored now and again. So to have something that we can, you know, keep growing the game outside of what we do on the pitch is something that we have spoken about. Not really knowing the direction, but I think we've been really fortunate to have, like you said, Spotify and the Ringer come and say, guys, here's an opportunity and we'll help you out. So I don't think what people realize is we actually don't do anything other than talk. Like, we don't make the run sheet. We have calls with producers to work out what we want to talk about, but all the editing I
have done a couple of Instagram, you know, posts.
But like, we don't edit it together. So
no,
it's been
we are just chatting
and you know, I think we are really grateful with everyone else that's outside of, you know, us guys talking, you guys listening, but people who are putting in the work, because I don't think we'd be able to do all the other things that you don't see as well as play rugby to the highest level. And it's made it easier than I could ever expect. And whenever I speak to someone, like, how do you fit that in? I just talk.
No, it's so true. And I think, like, remembering back to like the first episode, I actually cannot remember what we spoke about in the first episode.
I think it'd be funny to watch it.
Yeah, should we listen to a bit now?
We can do.
Okay, well, basically what I was going to say was, I can't remember what we spoke about, but I can remember I was super nervous. Like, so nervous. And
my god, I remember it, because remember we had to keep on going,
we did like the teasers, and it was just really awkward. And I remember, like, we were like, so do we speak now? And Rob was like, yeah. And we were like, okay, hi everyone. It was so stiff. Right, I'm gonna play some. Okay, this is the intro. Let's see if it sounds any different. Sorry everyone, obviously we all know what this sounds like.
Hello and welcome to Rugby Rodeo, the podcast that you have all highly requested.
I think I've still got my energy.
Things rugby and life. New episodes will be coming to you every Thursday.
Lies.
So wherever you're listening from, whether it's the car, whether it's at home, whether it's at training, make sure to send in stories.
I think you've got worse.
Either I've got comfortable or I had 5 coffees before.
Yeah. What did we get into? Oh, okay. So the first episode was about Ellie, obviously Olympics.
Oh yeah.
And like what we've done in the summer. So I guess it was quite easy to talk about.
Yeah.
But I just think for me, it has gone so quickly.
Yeah.
Like, I can't even, I don't know, like, we've actually done, I think we've done 44 episodes or something crazy like that. And I think
what's taken us both by surprise is how well it's gone.
Yeah, I mean, it has.
It has surprised me. Not that I thought, this isn't going to work, but everyone that's listened and who is listening, and people, we see it at games, and when people come up to us and say something to us, and we get messages, the followers on Instagram, TikTok, the people that are liking, share, whatever. It's blown me like out the water. I had no idea so many people were so interested in us talking.
I agree. And also, people now say to us, I love the podcast. Like, they don't say, I really like you as a rugby player, or they're like, I love the podcast. And I'm like, okay. And then when we don't do episodes, they're like, is everything all right? And I'm like, yeah, no, it's all good. Like, well, are you going to do another episode? And I'm like, well, yeah, like, our lives are quite busy. I'm really, really sorry. But I think going back to the first one, obviously going back to our brief, it does say, like, how did you feel? Or like, how were your first reactions? Like, I was in Portugal on a sun lounger when I got the email through about that they wanted us, these were the episodes and everything. And I literally just sat there and I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, someone wants us to do this like professionally. And if you're not watching and listening, I'm doing the like bunny ears. Like, me and Ellie aren't professional podcasters.
No.
Like, we're rugby players. But we just speak with a microphone. So I think I was also really, really excited but nervous, because I was like, I don't want this to be a flop.
Well.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But that's the thing, like, I think this is probably like a bigger thing, because I agree. I can't remember where I was when I found out, but I just remember being like, what the hell, that's sick.
I think it's the when it like had like Spotify. I was
Yeah.
like, no, I was like, nah. I was like, this is junk,
and
surely.
People, I remember Mum saying, people try for ages to get with Spotify. They go on like little channels themselves,
Yeah.
and you just, and I was like, yeah, Mum, I can't believe it myself. Like it's insane. And I think it just shows that sometimes you've just got to take the leap and like dive into the deep end, because you don't know what's going to happen with it. It doesn't matter if you actually don't really know. I never really listened to podcasts before. Still don't really listen to podcasts. And, you know, everyone's got a voice and a story, and people will listen if you say it with enough confidence and do it.
And you have, so.
And I have. So, but yeah, just take the leap, and if an opportunity comes up, just do it, because I never thought that we'd be in this position right now last year.
No.
And here we are, 44 episodes down with Spotify, hopefully coming back for another season, and having so many like great people at home listening to us every single week. It's incredible.
Yeah, I guess this episode is for you guys, like in a really nice way, as though we're still able to do this week in, week out, and potentially have a second season because of you guys listening. Like, we, I guess, are thankful and like honored to be able to be in your ears like every week in headphones, obviously. But I think like we should, like, this episode is for you guys, it's for the listeners, it's for the people that love us, support us, and
keep doing it.
Yeah, keep doing it. Yeah, God, don't go
Please
away.
Please
don't stop. But I guess, so what was your biggest surprise about doing the podcast? Like, so what shocked you the most about being on a podcast regularly, I guess?
I think how vulnerable we can find ourselves speaking about something that we know so well. You know, doing what we do and being in media, you kind of find yourself in a bit of a way of talking to someone. Yeah, rugby's going well. Yeah, doing well. Yeah, see you later. Yeah, nice to meet you. And it becomes a routine to speak to people. As much as you want it to be or not, you get asked the same questions over and over again. But we've had a space where it surprised me how vulnerable I've been, speaking to so many people that don't really know me and I don't know them. I've been surprised about how vulnerable you've been, again, not knowing anybody who's listening, and the support that we've had alongside that, and how much that's helped other people be vulnerable as well and learn things about themselves. Because I think vulnerability is, you know, something that people should try show more often, because it shows growth, and you can grow in friendships. Like, we've definitely grown in our friendship through the podcast as well, and learned so much about each other. But I think that's the thing that's surprised me, because we're just in a studio talking to a microphone. We're talking to each other, not to a group of people, and we still find ourselves laughing, crying about something that we've seen the brief, we know what the question is, but you get to a part of the conversation that's even deeper than you knew was there before.
Mine's like just honesty. Like, I didn't think I was going to be that honest with my thoughts, emotions, feelings, and previous experiences. Like, I think when I say this, like, people are gonna be like, oh no, it's rubbish, but when you step into that room or put this mic in your hand, I feel like it's like we're in this bubble, and it's so weird. Like, I feel like I know people listen, but then sometimes I just think it's just us.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, no, I know people are listening. Like, it's such a weird feeling.
Even once we finish, I still don't think people are listening.
Yeah, and I just think, I wonder where that's gone then.
No,
like, it's so weird. And I think really for me, the thing that surprised me the most is the amount of people that message us to say, like, that advice has really helped me, or like, that episode really got me through something, or I've had a similar experience, or like, I think that for me is really special, because I'm thinking, well, us sharing even half of our knowledge, information, experience is helping people. And like that, I'm a big believer in obviously helping other people. That's a massive characteristic of mine, but I then really like it when people message to be like, it has helped. Do you know what I mean? Like, we are making an impact, even if like it's 1%. Like, we are still making an impact into other people's lives, which I just think is incredible, and like, we have the platform to do that. And I think we're really lucky to have that ability.
It's a bit of a reality check, isn't it? I think back on some of the things that we've spoken about, and I'm like, I probably only give 60% of that story, but if I gave a little bit more percentage and show more vulnerability in that, like each time I come away and I'm like, I could have spoken about that, because I feel hugely supported by everyone that's listening, and also I'm in a space that it does feel like our little bubble of Rugby Rodeo.
Yeah, no, I agree.
So more is definitely to come.
Yeah.
And
I feel like we're like teasing it, but we are going to do a second season. Yeah, sorry.
I didn't know if it was released.
Yeah, well, we will be, and we'd like to anyway. So yeah, anyway.
Sign us again, please.
Yes. Okay. Do you have any funny moments that you remember? I know, obviously, there's been a lot.
Yeah, there is a lot. Obviously, when we've been dressing up, that's been really funny.
Yeah, was it?
But,
yeah,
it's really funny.
Yeah, it was funny for you.
Off the top of my head, there has been so many moments that I've cracked up. But I wouldn't be able to know without like watching back.
Yeah, I know. I think there's just funny moments when like you say something which you don't mean to say, and then it comes out like in a different way or word, and we're all like, "What did you just say?" Do you know what I mean? Or like when we get like into absolute hysterics, like over listeners' questions or like shout outs. Like we get so giddy at shout outs.
Shout outs, right?
And like the giddiest thing.
Behind the scenes, because it'll probably look way
hopefully,
smoother.
Hopefully it looks way smoother.
But it's
we have to say. So basically, in the shout outs, sometimes obviously there are some really sad shout outs.
Yeah.
But we get quite hyped for the shout outs, like obviously because they're good things to shout out. But Ellie always seems to get the like traumatic
and
things,
I'm also like reading as I'm going, so I've not gone, okay, the third shout out is this.
Yeah. So she'll be like, shout out too, and then it's like, okay.
Yeah. If everyone like to
donate to this, and it's so funny, but obviously you guys don't hear that part. Then like
I'll redo it because I've not actually.
But it's like 3 times you have to redo it because I'm creasing, and I know what she's saying because obviously I'm reading it. So in my head I'm like reading it the same, and it's just they're the bits that are funny.
They're funny. It's also funny when you're trying to get the word of something.
That's me.
But because we've got quite a few international shout outs, it's fine if it's a club that we know, or something that's really, really simple. But sometimes our producer will put like how to pronounce it, how Google will do it, because it might be somewhere from Sweden, and I'm reading it thinking, oh, good luck, Jess, because you're on this next one. You've got no chance.
Or sometimes in the shout outs I like pick, so like obviously we do eat like
this is also why my tone changes. So I was like, oh, that's one that I was meant to. Okay, so massive shout out to I hope your dog gets better.
Yeah, we do like every other, but I obviously, being dyslexic, go with the ones that I know I can say. So I'll like pick ones, and then Ellie's like, and then she'll start reading the one I'm like, no, I've just done that one. She's like, oh, and I'm like, yeah. Anyway, they're the things that I think are quite funny, but you guys don't hear.
We'll try get a video put together for us
of the outtakes,
of all the outtakes, or times on the pod that we've been absolutely creasing. Oh, you know what? Some of our listeners who have been doing these lovely highlight reels of us already.
They are in the shout.
Put one of those together because it's good for us to see as well, and it's a bit of a nice round off to also see whilst we're in camp.
This is a very similar one, I think, to round off this bit of the episode. But it's one thing you've learned about yourself since starting Rugby Rodeo. It's a bit similar, I guess.
It's a bit similar. I think
surprised
to be honest with myself, because I'm not that I would ever not be honest to myself, but to actually really think about what I'm saying, and is that true to me, or is that what I want someone to hear about me? Because when you're having a conversation with one person, so if I'm having a conversation with Jess, I might say, yeah, Jess, I'm really organised, but I might not be really organised. But because I'm speaking to everybody who's listening right now, I'm thinking, no, I actually want people to know who I am. So I've seen something on TikTok and it really made me smile. And it's the same thing that everyone knows Jess Breach. Everyone knows Ellie Kildon. Not many people know Ellie and Jess. And listening to this pod, you have an opportunity to do that. So why would I show you guys Ellie Kildon that you see on the pitch you've got the opportunity to know who I am? Because I want to be understood by more people, and I want to understand more people. So I've got to be vulnerable, be honest with who I am and the stories that I'm telling, because I don't need to be perfect, and it's okay to not be perfect, and showcase that and tell people, life isn't actually that easy. Being in the position that we're in isn't that easy, and it doesn't always look like A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Sometimes it goes A, B, C, then back to B, then back to A, and then you might jump up a few. And I think that's the thing, that's the story that I want to tell people, because that's the truth. That's not what you see on television or in interviews after a game. You've got the opportunity, and if you watch back, there'll be sometimes like you might be thinking, what is wrong with Ellie at the moment? She looks very moody on the pod. But that's because shit happens in life, and you guys are ultimately with us on this journey to, see that. And also it's good for us to have that space as well.
That was really lovely. Sorry, that was actually really lovely. I was actually a bit mesmerised. And that's probably the first time I've ever said that. I thought you could carry on forever. That was really, really lovely.
Thank you.
No, really lovely. No, I'm being gently serious as well. That was really lovely.
I thought you were looking at me as if to say, right, crack on.
No, that was lovely. That was really nice.
It's true, though.
Yeah, no, I don't think I've got an answer as good as that, so I think we should just move on.
It's so true, though. Like, when I'm actually thinking about
it.
No,
yeah, that I'm a bit speechless, actually. Don't really know what to say.
I'm getting a bit wound up.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I think I don't have anything to say. Sorry, I've got nothing to say. Wow. Yay, our favourite part of the episode.
It is, and let's get this right on the first take. If this is wrong on this take, still keep it in, because this is also something that cracks me up every single time. Listeners.
Questions.
Listeners.
Questions.
Listeners.
Questions.
Listeners.
Questions.
Listeners. Questions.
Yeah. Sorry.
It was me, not you.
That also has probably taken us about 25 episodes in to get right.
Yeah,
really.
It has. Right, first question. June has asked, what's one thing rugby has given you that you'll carry for life? Great question.
Rugby has given me best friends for life, hands down. Like, hands down. Like, yeah. That, I know it's short and sweet, but like, I could say I've been able to travel the world, like all that stuff, but I just think that I have one thing in common with all these people, but actually away from the pitch, we have loads of things in common, and I think that's like really rare sometimes to find.
Yeah. Like,
especially it being our job, I get to do my job with my best mates.
Mine's kind of this similar, because I was going to say something like that. But I think rugby has given me a safe space to be authentically myself, because I've made connections with people. I don't even want to say best friends, but people who I'm like, you're my people.
Yeah.
You are my people, because I'm connected to you. I don't have to be friends with you, but I'm connected to you because, yes, we train together, we travel together, but we do so much. And you not you have to be friends, but you learn who
you want to be friends. Yeah.
But also that safe space there's no judgment in anything that you do, because you're just accepted for who you are, both on and off the field. And I don't think there's any other workspace really that you could ever find that, and it's really, really special.
No, I agree. Mary has asked, who's the best player in the world right now, men's or women's? I think right now, Finn Russell.
Yeah.
I think he's had an outstanding season for Bath.
Yeah.
I think he is currently playing really well for the Lions, and I think he is my starting 10 in the Lions jersey. I think he has everything to his game, like obviously run, pass, kick game. I think he has that charisma around the pitch, which I think is like not undeniable, but
he's making it look easy.
Yeah, and like he also is making it look fun, and that's what we're about. He also, if he kicks it dead, he like has a little smirk to himself. Like, he knows obviously he shouldn't have done that, but he's not like, he's in that place, I think maybe, I don't know him, but in his life where he's like, oh, it's all right, like
I want to enjoy it.
And
he's still
like,
the best.
Yeah, and I think he's who I think is,
I have to agree with you. It's not a cop out, but I actually have to agree with you. Because I'm thinking, who else would be better?
No,
there's no one that I could think is easily him. Right, good question. Next question. Bryn has asked, what motivates you on the tough days when rugby feels hard? Well, easy one. Want to win a World Cup, obviously.
Yeah.
I think that's a definite driver. I don't want, to be in a position where I think, if I just put in that extra bit of work, or if I just added 5 more kilos onto my bench or whatever it is. So that's like something that's tangible that I think will always drive any sports person is competitions. But I also, what really drives me is there's nothing else that I would rather be doing.
Mm-hmm.
I try then think about, okay, well, if I wasn't doing this, what would I be doing?
Yeah.
And that's something that
Scary, isn't it?
yeah, it's scary.
Yeah, it's scary.
And I think, well, no, I might as well make the most of it now, because I look around and I see my people around me going through it. And also because rugby obviously is a team sport, if I don't push myself to the hardest that I can push myself to, the deepest depth of this is pain now, then I will not be able to give everything to my team.
Yeah.
And we as a collective won't win that World Cup, won't win that Six Nations. We won't be the best team in the world, because everyone has to push themselves even when you don't want to. Because well, if I said, oh, you know, I can't bother today, like rugby's really tough, someone breaks the line, all right, go past me, team's lost.
Yeah.
So that's something that definitely strives me as well. And also I miss my people at home a lot, and don't get to see them very often. So something for me is that I want to make them proud, which I already know that they are, but also show them how successful and how happy I can be doing the sport that I love. So that also gets me through the tough times.
That's really nice. Sorry. Is it? Yeah, I don't know. Sorry. Oh my god. I think I've got heat exhaustion. Sorry. Right. Sorry.
That's very nice.
Okay, sorry. What motivates me on a tough day is that I don't want to be in it. I don't want to be in the tough day.
Oh, fine.
So like,
sorry.
it motivates me to get out of it. Like,
Yeah.
I think, well, I don't like this.
So
like, get
do it
out
quickly.
Like, do you know what I mean? Either like get it over and done with quickly, or like change your mood.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I think, yes, fine, if stuff's happened that externally that you cannot control, obviously, like, it's going to be tough. But if it's stuff that if I'm just choosing to be a cow,
I think I've been doing that for the past couple of weeks.
Could agree.
I've stopped it now.
Could agree.
I stopped it. Last session I wasn't like that. I was like, this is the first time in 2 weeks.
Me and Meg have been looking at each other like, is she all right? Anyway, it's not about Ellie today. Well, it is, but I just think that you can get out of it yourself. Do you know what I mean? I just think we are in the sun most of the time. We're throwing a ball around in the park with our friends. Like I just think that, like, if it's a tough day, you have to question why you're there, why you're doing it. Like, it's not that tough.
Do you know the saying, tough times never last?
Yeah.
Only tough people. I always remind myself of that every now and again.
But that was a good question. Sorry, I didn't take it that seriously. Sammy has asked, what's your opinion on the 20-minute red card rule? Ellie probably doesn't know it, so let's see if she knows it.
I don't really like it.
You think a red card's a red card?
Yeah, red card.
Shall I tell you what I don't
Otherwise,
like?
make it yellow.
I don't like, and this again is my opinion, stating my opinion, and I'm not going at anyone, is I don't like that the refs just give a yellow card and then it's off-field review. I understand and I appreciate it's meant to quicken up the game, but I just think it's not a cop-out. But I'm like, well, like, we don't then need to have like, oh, it's this, oh, off-field review. I think we could just go yellow off-field.
Yeah,
like, make it even quicker then.
Yeah, because also I think people then, it's an opportunity to get at the referees and them saying it was a bad decision, that's what throws the game, because people have got 20 minutes to sit on it.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, damn, red card, mad about 5 minutes, over. It's, oh yeah, but if that 20-minute red card wasn't, like, yeah, I just...
tackle lower, do you know what I mean?
Yes, don't do it in the first place. Carla's asked if you could create the Rugby Rodeo cocktail or mocktail, what's in it?
Okay, so you on 3 name your favourite cocktail. I will name mine on 3. See if it's the same. If it is, bam, that's the cocktail. If it's not, maybe we can do a little concoction.
What is my favourite cocktail? Which one do I choose?
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Mojito.
Oh, wait,
What?
Sorry. Rosé spritz.
You literally looked at my lips as well, and I was like, they are moving.
Rosé spritz.
That's not really a cocktail.
That's why you copped out. Well, it's apple spritz. So cocktail. It's Hugo spritz cocktail.
Yeah.
So why is rosé spritz?
Because it's got more in rosé. It's just rosé and some soda water.
Not.
What is it? Go on.
Oh, maybe it's not called a rosé spritz then.
Or prosecco? Is it rosé and prosecco?
It's rosé, peach schnapps,
Oh.
and lemonade.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
So it is a cocktail.
yeah, maybe it is a cocktail. Fair enough. Do you have peaches on the side as well?
You can do.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's similar? Why
Why don't we just make a very dirty cocktail?
All right.
I don't know why I say that. Oh, it's like a little bit tense. Okay. Dirty cocktail. Put them both together.
Ew.
And then we'll play a game. Right. We'll film this after the World Cup, but yeah, we'll put them together and we'll do a game. And that's the
drink we're having.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
And then if you lose, then that's what you have to drink. Oh.
Okay.
We do it after World Cup.
But okay, so that. But I think we should maybe still create one.
Yeah, no, we can still create one.
Okay, so I like quite fresh. Should we do? What about if we do a peach flavored mojito
or elderflower flavored
mojito?
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, nice. Okay, so
I
that's
don't know where you've got peach from.
Because you put peach schnapps in your rosé spritz.
Yeah.
So that's where I've got it from.
Yeah, right, fine.
So what are we doing? Elderflower mojito.
Yeah, elderflower mojito.
Lovely. Fine. Okay.
Richard has asked, are either of you eligible to play for another country?
He is.
No.
You're a thoroughbred. I am a quarter Irish. So my mum's dad was Irish. One of them, actually. One of them was Irish. Fully.
Right.
So my mum's half Irish and I'm a quarter Irish. And I think I could play for Scotland.
Right.
Because I think my dad's mum's family is Scottish.
I don't really know. So I know that Kildun's Irish, so probably would be able to play for Ireland, I think. I don't know. But then we don't really know the ethnicity of my dad's side because my grandma's mixed, but she doesn't know her dad. So we don't actually know what his ethnicity is. So it could be anywhere in the world, but we don't know that information. And if anybody would like to help me do my family tree, that would be really helpful, actually.
Or do your
history.
That would be cool.
It would be cool.
Yeah. That was our last questions. That was our last listeners' questions of the first season.
Ever.
I think we deserve a round of applause.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Ben. That was for you.
Ben's clapping as well. Cute. Thanks for all your questions throughout the whole season. They've been great.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you've learned a lot more about us
and we've
in the
learned
questions.
More about ourselves and what you guys want to hear as well. So
exactly.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Okay, now it's time for the Giddy Hour.
Here we go. So, shout-outs.
A big shout-out to everyone who has fundraised and supported Rugby Against Cancer.
Yes.
Woo-woo! Big one. Big shout-out. And on that note, I think a big shout-out for this week is for Fleeto, so Victoria?
Yeah.
Vicky Fleetwood. Her husband, Tom, is in stage 4 cancer treatment for a brain tumour. So if you head over to her Instagram page, she has got a GoFundMe. We will put the link out as well on this episode and on our Instagram. They're trying to raise money for some treatment and some care because obviously he cannot work at the moment. So yeah, big shout out to them and all our love from Rugby Rodeo.
Yep. We'd like to give a big shout out to Annie and Ella, who are taking on the Heli challenge. So the girls are pulling a replica helicopter 77 miles for the Great North Air Ambulance Service.
Wow.
Go on, girls.
How? Yeah. People must really love challenges.
How do you pull a helicopter
on your back? That is in like just power walk.
Have you seen how big a helicopter is?
Yeah, no.
77 miles. What, do you think it's tiny little thing?
I'm just saying, it says replica.
Sorry. They're not pulling that for 77 miles.
Well, good luck
girls. Yeah, seriously, you're going to need it. Good luck.
We'd like to give a massive shout out to Northallerton ladies who have been promoted for the 2nd season in a row. Woo! Yeah, girls.
We'd like to give a shout out to Tim Westwood, who Abby Cockton says has transformed Uni of Notts women's rugby.
Wow, well done.
Sorry, I'm coughing on right
We'd also love to give a big shout out to Grace Clifford,
Get it, girl.
scored for the England under-20s last weekend after returning from a very long injury layoff. So big shout out to Grace. Whoop, 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 whoop. And then my final shout out for this first season is to all you creators out there on TikTok.
Yes.
We can't name them all because there is too many, but we love all the edits that you've been doing for the whole season.
They make my day.
They make my day. And I love everyone that comments our ats in the comments. Like, I love it. You want us to see them. We try and see as many as possible. We try to give our love as much as we can. But we love each and every one of you. And we love the support that you show for us and the podcast. And we can't wait to see what you do for the World Cup, because I'm sure you'll make some more amazing edits. But yeah, thank you so much for that.
Thank you. And also, what that it's allowed me to see how our friendship is so tight. And I think being obviously in a friendship, you don't necessarily see what other people can see.
Yeah.
And when I see these videos, I'm like, oh, we do love each other.
Yeah.
Like, it's so nice to see. So thank you firstly for like making our days, but also showing everybody how close you can be and the connections that you can have in rugby, like we spoke about earlier.
Absolutely. Well, sadly, that is all for today and for this season. We have had so much fun recording, like Ellie said, laughing, crying, making so many memories with all of you lot listening. We are going to miss you for a little while, but we
have got something to focus on.
Yeah, we have got something obviously massive to focus on, and we would love your support throughout. We will be returning for a second season. However, it will look a little different during the World Cup. That's all I'm going to say for now. But make sure you keep your eyes peeled on socials for when we will be returning. Wish us the best of luck, obviously over on our Instagram and our TikTok pages. And make sure you check us out on our YouTube. But most importantly, do not forget to subscribe here on Spotify. And for one last time, for season 1 of Rugby Rodeo,
yeah!